Here we go with the 30-year-old. When you get up to the age of about 30 years old, 25, 30, 40 years old, whiskies like that can start to become quite expensive. What you've got to think about when you're buying whiskey like this is you're not buying this to drink really, really quickly. What you want to do is to have 1 or 2 glasses, and you want that flavour to last as long and long as possible. So when you taste these things, please take into consideration the fact that you want that flavour to keep going and going and going. There is no point of spending lots of money on an expensive bottle of whiskey for that flavour to disappear after 2 or 3 seconds. And hopefully, by tasting this one, you'll understand what I mean. If you look at the colour of the whiskey, it's a little bit lighter than the 25-year-old. The reason for that is that with the 12-year-old, 15, 16, 18, 25, we've used more and more first fill sherry casks as we get older, and that darkens the colour because it's completely natural, and that gives us that extra sweetness at every stage. However, if we were to use more first fill sherry casks with the 30-year-old, what actually happens is the smoke gets completely hidden. You end up with this just this big sweet monster, which is wonderful. However, it's not Highland Park. Highland Park is all about balance between the sweetness and the smoke from the peat. So what we've done is we only use 100% refill sherry casks, and what that does is that just pulls the sweetness back ever so slightly and allows the smoke to escape. So if you turn this glass 45 degrees and spin it all the way around, this plays a wonderful trick with you. The tears and legs should appear immediately as they do there, but they don't fall down the side of the glass. They just sit there. In fact, there's some crackers here. They just sit there. They're in no hurry at all to go down the side of that glass. And then look at the size. They're really, really small. It's actually the same as a 25-year-old. It's 48.1% alcohol. And when we nose it, very, very different than the 25-year-old. The 25-year-old, because of all those first fill sherry casks, really smacks the sweetness right up your nose. This doesn't. It's a lot more subtle, even though it's still at 48.1. And we're looking for things like big obvious notes, like a dark chocolate or like a candied orange peel would be a really, really good way of describing it. There are lots of other things in there, but that's for you to go and find out. But more importantly, it's about the flavour. Cheers. And chew it and chew it and chew it. What should happen is the sides of your tongue should begin to tingle, then the top of your tongue should begin to tingle. It's like a rainbow across the back of your tongue. And then your mouth will just water and water and water, and just keep doing that for a good 30 to 40 seconds before you then have that gentle smoky aftertaste that just coats your mouth. That's why it's a fantastic whiskey to drink, and that's why you buy expensive whiskies, because you want that flavour to keep going and going and going.